Hello there and welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded, and as you can tell from the title of this video, I will be talking about meditation and mindfulness. Now, ever since I was at the age of 16, way back in 2017, I picked up the habit of meditating. Now, I'm sure you might be asking yourself, why would a 16-year-old be meditating? Well, for obvious reasons, at the time, I was sitting for my IGCSE exams, and I was really stressed. I had a lot of anxious bouts. I also had an internet addiction that I thought I could cope with mindfulness and practicing meditation. So I decided to meditate at least for 5 minutes. And for the first time that I've ever meditated, I sensed like a sense of calmness and just an awareness of my surroundings. And I've never felt that way before. So ever since I was 16, I've been trying to make it a habit to meditate on a daily basis. Now it's been years and years, and right now it's 2022, so you can guess how old I am. And I still try to meditate on a daily basis. But I did notice one thing. Ever since a couple of weeks ago, my meditations would be very laxed, and I would find myself sitting down, closing my eyes, and then opening them, only to realize that 5 minutes went by, 5-10 minutes went by, and I did not remember what I was doing during my meditations. It was almost as if I was just drifting off, and you could call it sleeping. I was basically sleeping during my meditations, which was kind of strange. It didn't feel like my first time meditating, where I was just aware. Now take note, before this, when I meditate, I would normally focus on my breath. Deep breaths in and out, and I just focus my mind on my breath. But as you could tell from what was happening, that I was just losing track of this. Like, I would focus on my breath and then I would just drift off. So I decided to pick up a book on meditation, because apparently there are tons of books on meditation, and you could actually learn that different types of meditation as well. The book I picked up was called Meditation. It's called Meditation in Plain English by, I might be butchering the name, so sorry, Henepola Gunaratana. Now, there are a couple of things that so far I'm like 20% into the book. I've been reading it on my Kindle, and it's like a really good book. It taught me a lot of things that I didn't know about meditation, but it mainly focuses on the practice of vipassana meditation. So I wrote a couple things down what I've learned from the book. So the first one would be that meditation is more than just being aware of your surroundings, and it's not a concentration exercise. And as I mentioned previously, when I used to meditate, I would only focus on my breath, and I always thought that meditation was just to improve your concentration. But that was obviously not the case. So meditation is not a concentration exercise. Having improved focus and concentration is actually a byproduct of meditation. So we shouldn't be going into meditation with the goal of improving concentration. So that's the first part. Now, the second thing that I learned is that vipassana meditation, or meditation, is a practice of being aware of your thoughts and realizing and removing any preconceived notions, biases that you may have. Nothing is either good or bad. Now, I'd say it's pretty common as a human being to have certain classifications of the experience that you go through. It can either be a good experience or a bad experience. You're taking a walk to work today, somebody compliments you, and you feel good about yourself, then that's a good experience. Or you could be taking a walk to work, and all of a sudden you trip and fall in front of everyone, and it's just so embarrassing. So you kind of classify them as a bad experience. Now, the act of vipassana meditation is to notice these things, or the act of classifying these things into areas. And if bad mental images arise, then it's fine. And if good mental images arise, that's fine too. So look at all of it as if it is equal, and make yourself comfortable with whatever happens. And the book goes on to say, don't fight with your experience, just observe it and do it mindfully. I'd say a good example as a student would be that you get your grades, and you don't get the grades that you want. So you kind of go in this mode where you're just beating yourself up and you're just overthinking about it, like what things you could have done, and it's just so bad, and you just didn't get the grades that you want. Well, in actuality, you could actually learn from this experience, which could make it a good experience for you. So nothing is either good or bad. That's the second thing from Vipassana meditation. And the last thing, my favorite quote from the book so far would be that dwelling in comparison is an unskillful thing. Dwelling in comparison is an unskillful thing. I really liked how they used unskillful. It kind of also goes back to Jordan Peterson's quote on that you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but you should only compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That feeling of good and bad from comparing yourself to other people is just unskillful. And a lot of people do this. I'm kind of guilty of doing this almost all the time, and it's kind of almost in a subconscious level. I just walk around and I'd see a billboard with a model and I'd be like, damn, he has a nice jawline, and yeah, I guess mine doesn't really look as good, so maybe I can't be a model, or maybe I'm not tall enough to be a model. Or I just look at my grades, oh wow, I did better in the exam than my friends, so maybe does that make me a better person? No, obviously no, but we still do this act, and sometimes we make these comparisons and it gets us nowhere. There's just this temporary feeling of feeling good about yourself, and that temporary feeling of feeling bad about yourself that doesn't really do anything for anyone. So far, those are the three main things that I've learned from the book of mindfulness in plain English. The first one, just a short recap, first one is meditation is not a concentration exercise, but concentration is a byproduct of meditation. Second one, which is the main focus of the book, is that meditation is realizing and being aware of the preconceived notions that you may have. Nothing is either good or bad. Third one would be dwelling in comparison is an unskillful game, so don't play that game at all. So yeah, I'd say that would be the three things that I learned from the book thus far, and I'd be sure to update you guys on my meditation practice. So far I've been meditating at least for 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, and it's been good. I've been becoming more aware in my meditations. I've been more mindful, and it's been really good so far. So do let me know down in the comments below what's your take on meditation, how you meditate. Thanks for watching all the way throughout this video, really appreciate that. Do hit the like button, and see you guys in the next video.